some background information about yourself?
Well, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, studied biology at Brooklyn College, went to Brooklyn Tech for high school, was always science-oriented, been an athletic trainer since 1986, have worked as the head athletic trainer at Long Island University, which was my first job as an athletic trainer once I became certified. Left Long Island University in 1997, became the assistant athletic trainer for the New York Knicks until 2004. Became co-owner of a company, a sports medicine company called the iSports Health Group for 4 years, and did 1 year working with baseball and soccer at St. John's University in 2009, and in 2010 returned to Long Island University, where I'm the director of the Wellness Institute.
Why did you decide to get into athletic training?
It was an accident, actually. I was a bio major who got tired of just lab work and non-people related science, and decided I wanted to do something in the therapy areas, whether it be respiratory, physical, occupational, I didn't know. So I came to LIU looking to inquire about physical therapy, wound up inquiring about athletic training, and quite by accident became a graduate assistant at LIU in athletic training in 1984, and in 1986 graduated and immediately became the head athletic trainer here.
How do you see the profession today?
The profession today, from an education and knowledge standpoint, is at a level it's never been before. Athletic trainers are educated in a way they've never been educated before. They are true representatives of the health professions. They are no longer just an ancillary piece of health professions. They are a tangible, very strong asset, very important part of the entire wheel of health professions. Our involvement with athletes from a care and prevention standpoint through a rehab and reconditioning standpoint is at a level that it's never been. I feel very strongly that our assessment skills are at the top of our profession, especially when it comes to orthopedic injuries and assessing them. I do feel that we are a very unique group in the sense that we realize that while we have limitations financially from an employment standpoint, or even our work standpoint, is a very grueling way to go about a day and a week and a month and a year. We have tremendous pride, and I don't know many athletic trainers who don't do it purely for the love of it. No athletic trainer does it for the money. We do it because we love what we do, and we are true helping professionals. And I think the respect that we are now getting after many years is maybe not where it should be, but it's getting there.
What would you change or do differently to better the profession?
I think exposure is key. I think knowledge is key. I think some of the initiatives that the NATA, our organization that supervises us, and our governing bodies have done a good job with some of the things like hitting the hill and national exposure and National Athletic Training Month. We grassroots athletic trainers need to get more involved. We need to get more involved in the community level. We need to get involved much more on our local levels because we have a lot to give. It still bothers me when people who are not certified athletic trainers call themselves trainers, whether they're personal trainers or whether they're fitness trainers or whether they're soccer trainers. They still take liberties with that title, and that's the thing that we have to change. There's only, in my opinion, there's only one type of athletic trainer. Everybody else maybe is a fitness consultant, and it's not to criticize or admonish that, but what I think we need is more emphasis on our identity so that people have a clear picture when the word trainer is used, that you're talking about an athletic trainer.
What about athletic training do you enjoy the most?
Oh, there's so many things. It's cliche to say it's a helping profession and I love seeing an athlete get better, but I do. I love being able to expedite a recovery. I think I'm an expert at that. I feel that I know the mentality of an athlete and what they go through and the phases that they go through when they're injured, and I'm an expert at that. I feel that I miss camaraderie. I do. I miss the locker room. That's something that, I'm no longer a practicing day-to-day athletic trainer, but I do miss the banter with the male and female athletes alike. I love making an athletic training room a place not necessarily where people want to be, but they don't mind being. Nobody should want to be in the athletic training room. You should want to be on the field. But if you're there, it should be an experience that is helpful and that it's not a miserable place to be. I love the companionship of a team. I love being around coaches. For many athletic trainers, coaches are very difficult, entity to deal with, because their objective is getting those athletes on the field, and so is yours, but it never seems to be fast enough. And we're always the bearer of bad news. We're always telling coaches when players can't play, and they don't want to hear that. But I do miss that because, again, I feel expert at that. And that communication is a skill that's acquired. It comes with time. And those are the things that athletic trainers really need to focus on to be at the top of their game, is communication and never hedging, and being very affirmative about decisions that they make and not being afraid to make decisions, because that's how you respect it, when you make a decision. So I think those are some of the things.
What advice would you give current students in the program, athletic training program?
Don't look for immediate gratification. You have to work your way to whatever top you feel is the top. Some people feel a high school job is the top, some people feel a college job is the top, some people feel the pros are the top. It doesn't matter, what level you work at. You have to be the best you can possibly be at the level you're working at. I know athletic trainers that are high school athletic trainers that have been in their jobs for 25, 30 years. And let me tell you, they're fantastic medical professionals. They're respected in their communities. They're respected at their schools. They're respected by the athletes, and that's what you want. That's what you look for. So always looking at the job you don't have is a mistake. You have to do the best you can do, or be the best you can be at the position you're currently in. And then whatever dream you have will probably materialize if you stick to it. But that's one piece of advice. The other piece of advice is to understand that you have to be patient. Everything takes time. You can't get frustrated, and you certainly can't let the job that you're currently in be compromised by the fact that you're frustrated at your hours or your pay or the athlete that hasn't gotten better today. All those things will come, but you have to be very patient and wait it out. It doesn't happen overnight.
What advice would you give recent graduates of the athletic training program?
Don't be afraid to say yes to a position that opens up for you. Our profession, when a door cracks open, you have to burst through it. Don't look at the first paycheck that you get as thinking that that's going to be the ceiling on your career. Don't count the first paycheck. Don't be afraid to say yes to a job that may pay you a little bit less, because you do have to start somewhere. At the same time, you really should not compromise your values or yourself in any way, shape, or form. You should do what you believe, and you should shoot for the stars that you set for yourself.
Any other additional comments?
Yeah, answer the phone when it rings. And no, I don't. I am very proud of something, though. Long Island University has become a real center of athletic training in the state of New York. And we have done an absolutely miraculous job of getting athletic trainers certified, helping them get employed. There are Long Island University graduates all over the country doing all kinds of wonderful things now. They're actually all over the world. And I take tremendous pride in the accomplishments that this school has had since the early 1980s. We have had close to 100 athletic trainers get certified here. That's an amazing, amazing accomplishment. So yeah, I think that we need to take a minute and look at what LIU Brooklyn brings to the table from an athletic training standpoint, because it's as good a place as anywhere. But yeah, little old Brooklyn is turning out some really great medical professionals, and we should all be very proud of that.